I'm guessing that little family meet and greet dinner date did not go well at all because less than 24 hours after Kim trying to push a mess about Lewis is the one and it's a blended family and singing so happy together, a new article has come out on major media publications, Yahoo and Star. And you guys, this is directly from the heart of the Kardashian empire. Listen. Kim Kardashian in a very hard place with Lewis Hamilton amid growing long-distance pressure. Y'all, let's get into this article, and then I'm going to tell you the backstory to let you know why this is all BS. Now, if you guys don't know, let me catch you up really quick if you don't know what's going on. Kim has been dating Lewis Hamilton. She has been going hard to get this man to marry her or at least being engaged, despite what you think the Kardashian brand needs it. If you are the perfect woman, both physically, financially, and surgically altered, you need a man, or else being a patriarchal princess really doesn't work. On top of that, Kim has been eyeing Kylie and now Kendall, who's dating Jacob Elordi. And she wants some of that. Now, Lewis came to her when he was on a downward spiral, and he actually needed some of that Kardashian sparkle. Y'all don't believe me? Really quick. Lewis used to drive for Mercedes for about 12 years. You guys know he was F1 royalty. He left Mercedes. I'm sorry. Yeah, he left. No, sorry. He used to drive for BMW for about 12 years. He left BMW and signed this landmark deal with Mercedes. This was last year. The only problem, last year he had the worst career of his life. Mercedes were mad. He was the last, but like literally he bombed. Mercedes was mad. They wanted to get their money worth. Now Kim has been trying to get a relationship with someone. You remember Lamar Odom? You remember Pete Davidson? Nobody wants to, or Tom Brady. Nobody really wants to hold her hand in public. I don't think that's anything against Kim. I just think that, I don't know, men of a certain age that play in people's faces. If you guys don't know, Lewis is a famous dater. He will waste somebody's time as much as he wants. Look at all his old girlfriends. But getting him to marry, not so. Lewis's mom, who's pictured right there, I don't know why he bought her. Actually, I do think I know why he bought her. Lewis's mom has never approved of Kim. She thinks the Kardashians are too flashy. She thinks it's too Now, the Daily Mail has come out and said before, this is a PR relationship. They're friends with benefits. It's mutual PR. I know what you guys are saying. Why does Lewis need PR? Well, let me just finish this tangent. Then we'll get into the new thing, because you need to know the backstory to know why this article is so laughable and how Lewis's mom just shut everything down. So Lewis has the worst year of his life, okay? At least career-wise. Cut to the second season of Mercedes, okay? When he went public with Kim is when the season started. That's why you saw him in Tokyo. That's why she missed North's album opening and flew overseas. Flew from Florida back to California for her second complex gay because she was trying to be a supportive girlfriend. Lewis wanted some of that Kardashian sparkle. Now, the thing is, he's doing a lot better this season. And many people are saying that Lewis doesn't need Kim and the PR and all this free advertising that Kim would bring. Kim's use has kind of wrapped up. Kim's not done pushing. She said, oh, no, mofo. You got millions of free promo. You're going to have to do something. So what did Lewis decide to do? There have been a lot of stories about how Lewis's mom does not approve of the Kardashians. Again, Lewis's mom is his confidant. They're super tight, and she is his eyes and ears. So Kim invited Lewis and his mama to Scott Disick's party. Now, Scott and Lewis actually had beef over Sophia Richie. Sophia Richie, when she was with Scott, was talking to Lewis. Kim literally bought Lewis there for Scott to apologize to him. Now, Lewis said, sure, maybe, because she thinks that that's the last thing standing in her way of Lewis making a commitment. Anyway, Lewis's mama came, and Lewis's mama came in because she was invited to be the eyes and ears, not just looking at Kim and the kids to see how they're raised, right? Because Kim's kids seem pretty much well behaved, but to see the family, to see the dynamic, and to see, like, mama, what you think, because why else would his mama be third wheeling to Scott Disick's birthday party? Also, some people said Louis just didn't want to be alone with Kim, and he's going to use his mama as excuse to break up. Well, guess what? It looks like that meeting, that family dinner, that whatever it was, did not go well at all, because listen to this. Louis said he has no plans to retire, and a source tells Star that Kim Kardashian is concerned about how his Formula One schedule affects their relationship. The source says Kim wants a marriage with children with Lewis Hamilton, but the demands of Formula One and ongoing travel make stability difficult. Now, can we just break this down, right? When Kim met Louis, he was Formula One. She knew that he's gone pretty much 9 months out of the year. She knows that. She was traveling to see him. Hold on really quick. You knew this going in. You knew his schedule. Your agents had to coordinate. Kim is busy making bad TV, albeit entertaining, but bad TV. You literally knew this going in. Now, after the meeting where your mama was sitting in the back, his mama was sitting in the back looking at Kim, looking at Chris, looking at all that, man. Also, she said that, listen, she says, again, let's get into this. She wants marriage and kids with Louis. Now, another thing about that, I actually do believe that part about kids. I know she has 4 kids, but she has like 15 nannies too. On top of that, as much as they try to drag Kourtney, I really do think there is some envy that Kim and Khloe have toward Kourtney. Hear me out. Kourtney went through whatever with Scott. Scott was horrible to her, at least what we saw on TV. However, she will say what you want about Travis. Travis seems to be dedicated to Kourtney. It's always around her, obsessively so. Takes her on tour. They ended up having another baby. She's very happy. She's in like the closest thing to a functional relationship we've seen any Kardashian in recent memory. I think that they're looking at Kourtney and they're like, yo, I want that too. I want a second chance at love. I want a second chance at being an involved father. And Kim is trying to push the issue. Now, does Louis want kids? Very much, I doubt it. He might be happy playing stepdaddy, but I don't even think he wants that responsibility. Again, you went after a man that works 9 months out of the year. Get this, Louis checks every single box for her, except being able to provide the stability she craves at this stage of life. Now, I also buy that too. I think Kim is being smarter this time around because, hear me out. We saw Kim with Pete Davidson. And you remember when Pete was teaching North to Drive and all this other stuff, and everybody kept saying, girl, including Kanye, was like, girl, you are literally singing praise to somebody that is an active drug addict right now. Now, this is no shade to anybody that might be experiencing, because Pete got the help. Pete got the help that he needed, right? And I hope he did. And he has like a little girl now. My point is, Kim was living the life. There's a certain life you live and Pete admitted himself the whole time he was with Kim, he was high the whole time. There's a certain life you live as a girlfriend to somebody that is actively using that I would imagine is not conducive to being a mother of 4 young children. When she says that she wants stability at this stage of life, I think she actually was, but I think she actually wants commitment.